Okay, so here's the deal. So Ford gets Ford dealers, if they sell accessories, right? They have customers that want to buy accessories and such here at the shop. They get, just like with anything, there's an invoice amount, right? And everything. Well, the invoice amount doesn't change on a Ford accessory, but the dealer gets a certain kickback if they for accessories. So they get, in a sense, a percentage that comes off of the invoice, right? When they're selling accessories. Well, Ford now, as of 2025, is now you don't get that percentage off of your accessories to sell to your customers if you don't hit a certain percentage of penetration, what they call it, on dealer installed options now, which I think is wrong. And this is why. For one, I tell people not to put dealer installed options on cars. But for two, if you're going to do that, then you need to get the parts to show up. So that's a big kicker right now. Do you know how many vehicles we've had show up and the dealer installed option is not here? It is not at the dealership. We have a bunch of F-150s right now. Well, and here's what dealers are going to do is they're going to start ordering DIOs on all their stock vehicles, because that's the way to do it. So we have our Lightning Bolt vehicles are showing up now.
Yeah, a dealership like us.
We had 2 truckloads of F-150 regular cabs for Lightning Bolts show up, and on all those, to help with this, they all have mud flaps and they have the Ford light up illuminated logo. They all had those ordered on them. Out of the 18 that showed up, I think it was 18 that showed up. Yeah, I think it was 18. Of the 18 that showed up, only about a handful of those could actually be installed. The others, the parts weren't here yet. So they're waiting to have those put on so they can get them through the rest of the process. So that's happening. And it could happen to your order too, and that's the bad thing. So Ford, before you do that, you need to provide and make sure you're going to deliver those DIOs on time.
Yeah.
I mean, think about you. How would you feel? You order a vehicle with the DIO on it to have installed. How this came about was we had keypads that were showing up, but they weren't working. So there's another issue there that we can talk about, is that the dealer installed keypads right now they look different and they're not working. So we've had several Mavericks have come in. We can't deliver them because the keypad that they sent won't program. This happened last year. Remember this? Happened last year. And it took a little while. Finally, they started working, but the ones they're sending aren't working. Well, guess what? You can't just take an accessory DIO or DIY.
Right.
We could have them in stock because we do stock them. You can't do that. You're not allowed to. You have to send back the DIO bad part for them to send you the new part, and you got to wait for it to show up and then hope that it's going to work too.